Hello everyone, welcome back to the Frontline Report channel. Please subscribe and like my videos. Today, we uncover the story behind the most devastating railway attack in modern warfare, a single event that reshaped the battlefield and sent shockwaves through the Russian military. In the early hours before dawn, a roaring explosion lit up the horizon as Ukraine executed one of the boldest strikes of this war, targeting Russia's critical supply railway. What followed was not just destruction, but a collapse in logistics, morale, and military confidence. This was not simply an explosion, it was a turning point. From the outside, the attack looked like chaos. Flames burst across hundreds of meters of steel tracks, black smoke climbing into the sky as oil tankers, ammunition cars, and armored supply wagons turned to twisted metal. But behind that chaos was a masterpiece of military precision. The railway line was Russia's primary lifeline to the front, carrying ammunition, fuel, food, and heavy armor. Ukraine struck at its heart, knowing that without supplies no army can advance. What appeared as one massive blast was, in truth, the result of weeks of surveillance, satellite tracking, and drone scouting, identifying the perfect moment when the convoy was at its fullest and most vulnerable. Inside, the operation was a feat of coordination. Ukrainian intelligence intercepted train schedules, drone units mapped flight paths, and local resistance cells reported movement on the ground. Every piece fit together like a puzzle. The mission was short, sharp, and silent. A small team launched modified drones carrying explosives designed for pinpoint accuracy. Within seconds, they ignited a chain reaction, setting off the fuel tankers and munitions in sequence. It was not about brute force. It was about precision, timing, and technology. The performance of this strike was nothing short of remarkable. The explosion disrupted more than 200 kilometers of supply lines and halted Russian reinforcement for days. Fuel shortages spread like wildfire. Entire divisions ran out of diesel. The lack of ammunition forced artillery units to cut operations in half. The once massive Russian offensive slowed to a crawl. Satellite imagery later confirmed what Ukraine's soldiers already knew. The strike had effectively crippled an entire section of the Russian advance. On social media and news outlets, it was being called the explosion that changed the war. The safety features of the operation proved Ukraine's growing sophistication in modern warfare. Unlike the indiscriminate attacks often seen in older conflicts, this strike was focused purely on military targets. Civilians were safely evacuated in advance, and the attack was timed at a moment when nearby residential zones were at minimal risk. No collateral damage, no civilian casualties, just a clean, calculated military success. This precision not only upheld Ukraine's moral standing, but reinforced its position as a technologically advanced force capable of responsible warfare. What makes this attack truly unique is the combination of low cost and high impact. Ukraine used modified commercial drones, some even built using 3D printed parts, equipped with locally sourced explosives. The total cost of the operation was estimated to be under $30,000, a fraction of what Russia spends on a single cruise missile. And yet, the results were devastating. Millions of dollars in destroyed equipment, halted operations, and shattered command confidence. It's a textbook example of how asymmetrical warfare, when executed smartly, can outperform traditional military might. In terms of pricing and logistics, this operation symbolizes efficiency over extravagance. No massive fleet, no billion-dollar jet, just creativity, coordination, and courage. In a war dominated by numbers and weapons, Ukraine has proven that brains can still beat brawn. For every ruble Russia spends, Ukraine answers with intelligence and ingenuity. In conclusion, the most devastating railway attack in modern warfare isn't just about destruction, it's about innovation. It marks a new era where precision, timing, and strategy decide the outcome more than raw power. Ukraine's strike didn't just destroy a railway, it destroyed an illusion that overwhelming firepower guarantees victory. In reality, The future of warfare belongs to those who adapt, innovate, and outthink the enemy. And as the smoke clears from that shattered railway line, one truth remains undeniable: Ukraine has rewritten the rules of modern war.